Street Prophet here. Welcome back, brothers and sisters, fellow human beings. I hope your travels have been well. I hope you're learning and experiencing lots of beautiful things, because that's all about to change real soon. Thanks to the development of AI and advanced robotics, right? You kind of need one without the other. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a developed robot without being powered by the AI, right? And if you have a super advanced developed AI without a platform to put it in, like a robot or something, so things are interconnected. A lot of times you have to wait for one thing in order to use another thing, and vice versa. But this video is in concerns of all you sleeping humans out there who just choose to disregard and scoff the proclamations of scientists. You're about to be in for a rude awakening, right? Because AI is developed and it's here. And it's going to smack you across the face like a bucket of ice water in your nice, beautiful, soft dream that you're sleeping there dreaming. Oh, the world's nice. Oh, companies love us. They don't do slaves. Oh, the government's gonna protect us. They don't do slaves either. They all care about me, the simple, lone, tiny human. Oh, what a beautiful world this is. God! Oh, what was that? What was that? Why'd you do that? I was having a nice dream where companies cared about us. They didn't poison us. The government cared about us. They didn't murder us and steal from us. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Wake me from this beautiful dream. Oh. AI has been developed. They don't need me anymore? Why? Now I'm going to ask the same question, but differently. Why? What's the purpose to wake me up from that? Just to tell me what a horribleness reality has become. Put me back to sleep. I was having a good dream. You want to go back to sleep? I'll put you back to sleep. Bam, 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 bam. Boof, 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 bah. Oh. iPhone company ain't using slaves in China. I mean, there you go. Welcome to the show. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna repeat myself here, but it's worth it. It's worth repeating. You can't repeat yourself enough about this, because people just have no idea the sunrise that has begun. I mean, the new day. It's unbelievable. But for those who chose to scoff the humans who dedicated themselves to putting time and energy into the development of AI, get ready. I'll say it again. Get ready. Get ready. It's here. It's here, right? The scoffers would commonly say, we were promised this kind of thing years ago. We were supposed to have hoverboards by 2010. I don't see them. The robots were supposed to be here by 2010. I don't see them. All I see is a Roomba. I'm supposed to be afraid of a Roomba. Boy. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it turns out that creating AI was just a tiny little bit more complicated than originally assumed. And when I'm speaking in these broad generalities of, people that are assuming it to be easier than it is, these people don't know science, physics, math. They don't. Right? That's why they incorrectly assume that it's a lot easier than it is to create a fake brain that runs on electricity, that lives in a bunch of metallic and silicon hardware created by humans. Right? You have a platform of silicon and various types of metals that when you apply electricity to it, the numbers that were programmed inside there become self-aware AI, right? It's harder to create than any average American or non-informed fellow sojourner gives it credit to. It's incredibly complicated. But guess what? Guess what? Even though it's incredibly complicated, and it did take a little bit longer than originally stated, I mean, what project doesn't sometimes overshoot the mark from time to time when you do development, right? You have a broad general kind of spectrum, and sometimes you fall before it, sometimes you fall after it, but it's a bunch of generalities and vagueness in development because it hasn't been done. So you assume certain things that turn out to be harder or easier. Anyway, turns out only got to solve that puzzle once, my friends. Once. You only have to solve the fake brain one time. And they solved it very recently. It's been done. So, there you go. Like electricity a long time ago, relatively speaking. Seems pretty hard to develop. I mean, tens of thousands of years, humans walking around. Nobody figured out electricity. Right? But they figured it out once. Once. And look what was built off of that. All right? So, you know, for all these people out here that AI, they've been talking about that for such a long time. I don't see it. Well, keep asking your phones questions, my friends. Also, the development of big data had to really make the brain worthwhile. Right, so you have, you know, a bunch of different things in a bunch of different fields being independently developed that have to reach fruition in order to be combined together to make a functioning, useful AI. Only needs to be done once. It has been done once. So, get ready. And it doesn't worry me because I love technology, and quite actually, I was hoping this would be developed sooner than later because I wanted to live through this. What does worry me, brothers and sisters, is that if we all remember, certain things are force neutrals, right? Technology largely is a force multiplier, but it's a neutral force multiplier. Meaning to say, independent of itself, it's not inherently wicked or inherently righteous. It just is, right? It's largely dependent on the user to apply a negative or positive charge to it, right? So, for example, we'll just take a knife, right? A knife. I don't know why I do that. It's ridiculous. A knife is technology. It had to be invented. You had to figure out how to do, pound metals and smelt metals, irons and stuff, and cure them, and beat them in the shape of a knife and sharpen it, put a handle on it, and this and that, put a pointy tip on it. All these it took a long time to figure out, right? But it's technology. It's neutral. A knife isn't good or evil. There in and of itself, it just is. But it has potential in it, right? As a force multiplier. So meaning to say, if I pick up a knife and I use it to cut trees and build my house or cut my steak, a knife is apparently, seemingly a positive thing, right? But on the other hand, if I take my knife and I use it to murder people or rob and steal from people and murder people, well, now a knife doesn't seem like such a good thing after all. So you see, the technology in and of itself is neither good nor bad. Unless it's like a nuclear bomb, then one could argue it really would only serve one purpose, and in serving that purpose would be horrible. But that's another variable. That's a small variable. So, meaning to say, I'm not really worried about robots or AI. I'm worried about the people that own and control them and develop them. I'm worried about the programming that they're going to put into it. Are they going to make it nice? Are they going to make it not so nice? And if we look at history, time and time again, it's been chosen to make technology not so nice. That's all I would keep a conscious awareness on as this is being developed. Don't freak out. The robots are coming. The robots are coming. They're going to take my job. I mean, they are going to take your job, but they may not kill you. They may just take your job. It's dependent again on the user to put the force into it, a negative or a positive. So, I mean, it's here. It's here. The sun has already breached the horizon and is right about here on the sunrise. I mean, it lit up the whole planet. We're no longer in the darkness. I mean, we're not in the height of noon. I'll give you that. But it's here. It's done. It's developed. It's out there. I'm only worried about it is that they're slow rolling all of this stuff out, right? It could have already been put out more and be used more and implemented more. It's the slow rolling of it that worries me. And it worries me in the fact that they're thinking like, what are we going to do with the masses of humans that are about to lose their jobs thanks to advanced robotics and advanced artificial intelligence? There's some guy in the back like, just kill him, fuck him, kill him. There's somebody else that's like, yeah, I second that motion, kill him because, they'll threaten my hoarded massive wealth. Ooh. So anyhow, I'm rambling just to fill time at this point, hoping that something interesting will pop in my brain, but nothing interesting is. That's this video, brothers and sisters. It's basically just to let everybody know it's developed. It's here. Don't be afraid of it. Be concerned of the controllers of it and their intentions to use it. That's the only worry or concern I have. But it's really beautiful. It's fascinating and beautiful to witness like what the human mind was able to achieve given time and resources. It was able to achieve creating a fake mind, right? Like our organic mind with all this organic matter and stuff. Of course, a little bit of electricity makes it all run, but again, it's just unbelievable. You have a bunch of inanimate objects like silica and various types of metal that are in a platform piece of hardware, and when you apply electricity to it, the programming becomes no longer static, and it becomes a movable thing, which basically can self-realize itself. I mean, it's unbelievable. But don't say you haven't been warned. Just brace yourself and be prepared. Thanks for letting me talk. Safe travels. I hope to be putting another video out soon about the stock market. How many masters can you truly serve? Right? Are you loyal to the stock market? Are you loyal to your employees? Are you loyal to your product? Are you loyal to your own profit? Right? It's a lot of divisions. Anyhow, I'm rambling. Again, I'm trying to fill time. I'm trying to run this one to just under 15 minutes. So, thank you again for allowing me to entertain you with some information and some truth. Be careful moving forward because the grounds have become unstable again. Treat each other nice.